A top 5 list for the best games of the early 2000s. Now keep in mind, not everybody's going to agree with my list. I don't judge on what you like, but this is what I like. Anyway, number 1 on the list, I broke the game, I stepped on it, crushed it. By accident, would have been Burnout Takedown 3. I don't have any part of that game anymore. I have the save file, but the closest thing I have is Burnout Revenge. That's good too, but it's not on the list. Anyway, if you don't remember that game, I don't blame you, but I have a refresher course. From, so yeah. If you can guess what the song is before I tell you, this should be my next video, or I could leave it in the comments or the description. Anyway. Yeah, I was wondering, so I looked up on my phone. Turns out I can get a copyright strike for that. Anyway, number 2 on the list is Freakstyle. This one actually had a few songs made for it. EA thought it was going to be that big. It's Freakstyle, let's see. It was one of the best motocross games I've ever played. The only thing is, it had crash animations instead of actual physics. That I didn't really like, but if you have an uneasy stomach, don't play this game, because the flying and jumping animations and the boosts, the screen goes blurry, but you go way faster. It'll make you throw up if you have a weak stomach. Next on the list, might as well be known as Explosion, Explosion, Bullets, Explosion everywhere. But they decided to call it Thunderstrike Operation Phoenix. I like this game a lot. The only problem is what my hand's been covering up. Yeah. Screw you, Yashawi. Next on the list, and the reason it's number 4, it's a Need for Speed sequel. Need I say any more? Seriously, guys. Don't make me say any more. It's Need for Speed Carbon. It barely made the list. Finally. This one is even closer to falling off the list than the last one. Crash and Burn. I like the game because, well, it's one of the greatest racing games out there. Somehow it got a T for teen for mild violence. There are no drivers in the cars. I've checked. The windows are blacked out no matter what you do. You can't tell if there's somebody in the car. Anyway, it's just the catching on fire mechanic is pretty much the only reason it's even in here. But the cover art shows more realistic crashing than it's actually in the game. But the sense of speed you get and the fact that you can just ram into other cars like Burnout, except it's not Burnout, it's a cheap copy. I got mine for $6, but yeah. That's my list. If you have any that I haven't heard of, please refer me to somebody else. I'll leave my email and the name of that song. Well, actually, it's I'll tell you. It's Local H Is Everyone Alive, or is it, no, just Everyone Alive. Yeah, it's my favorite song of all time. I hope you enjoyed it. Go actually listen to it on somebody else's channel because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Anyway, have a nice day.